Hello everyone, my name is Griffin and we are back with another reaction video. We are once again reacting to another Womansplaining Men to Women compilation. This one is 35 to 41. Let's see what these are. Let's see if I agree with them.
Men don't want to chase you. They don't want to play chase at all. They want to play tag. They want someone who's going to get them back. They want someone who's going to make them faster, stronger, more strategic. Someone who's going to challenge them.
Why he hadn't put laundry away, and he got annoyed and said, "They're your clothes." I chose violence.
Oh boy.
Then lol.
Okay, fair enough.
On my side of the bed.
How is that productive? You sleep there too. That's gonna affect you.
Not hungry.
Wow, the post-its. Matt, enjoy. Enjoy, bitch. Weird flex, but okay. Now, I am aware that over 1 million people have liked this video. I'm also just gonna point out there's a reason the divorce rate is so high. Let's start here. Now, this is the only context we get from his side. So personally, I'm kind of with him off the bat. I find the concept of someone else putting away my clothes kind of strange. I grew up in a house where everyone just put away their own clothes, and personally, I know if my husband tried that he would do it wrong, and I would just be frustrated not being able to find everything where I would put it, which is probably why a lot of guys would not enter this territory. It's a very personal and intimate task.
A lot of us guys, when it comes to laundry, we don't really want to touch or really care to do any of our significant other's laundry. One, because it's her laundry, it's a woman's laundry. They do it much differently than us guys do. And normally 9 times out of 10 we already know that they're going to complain at us if we touch their laundry or if we do something with it, because we'll never probably do it wrong. So we just don't touch it.
She also clarifies in a follow-up video that he actually asked, why should I put this away when it's mostly your clothes, agreeing that he only had a couple pairs of socks in there and it was mostly her stuff. But her point is that you do things for your family, which I do agree with. But that reaction was insanely petty. In the self-proclaimed 3 to 4 days it took her to do all of this, they could have just had a civil renegotiation about what a fair and equitable distribution of laundry labor looks like.
Yeah, if you are so entirely petty that you have to do this sort of stupidly dumbass revenge shit, you really need to take a good hard look at yourself. Just doing this revenge shit just because he didn't do anything with your laundry, that's very fucking childish and petty. Grow the fuck up.
In a follow-up video, she claims that she can't talk to him and this is the only thing that works for them. She also claims that he loved this move and fist bumped her afterward and that it resolved everything. Like, at times like this, I wish I had a bullshit button where every time I hit it, it just goes, "That's bullshit." Ladies, pro tip, that is not what's going to happen if you do this. Because again, this is her making these claims. We haven't actually seen this husband in any of her videos verifying these claims. If we saw a man make a video where he bought food for everybody in the house except for his wife, and then it was like, "Nah, bro, she loved it. She was so sorry," we would be like, yeah, I want to see her say it. Now let's go to the comments to see more Olympic event levels of pettiness instead of simply and respectfully talking to their partners. This woman's husband left dishes in the sink, so she made a bunch of cinnamon rolls and then ate the centers. This woman hides her husband's pants when he leaves them laying around. And this woman thinks it would be somehow easier to get an entire divorce and find an entirely new man. One of these days remind me to do an entire video about this whole "if my man acts up, I'm just going to go to the man tree and pick out a brand new man who's magically going to be better for me" fallacy that's going on right now. But here's unironically my favorite comment. My parents did that all the time. They're divorced now. I mean, that's it right there. Some of these women really think that they're helping other women by creating this relatable content, but all I see are women telling on themselves and shitting on their partners.
All you're doing is basically showing other women that they can do this, but in the end, all that's going to happen is drama, fights, and possibly breakups. You're showing women the wrong response.
Guys, remember that once you get into the habit of publicly shaming your partner, you cannot simply unring that bell. You just made over 1 million people, including your friends and your family, see your husband as an incompetent piece of shit asshole. And for a lot of them, that's all he's ever going to be now. I'm just saying, some of y'all are trading the entire respect of your life partner for likes, and it's super fucking cringe. Men don't want to chase you. They don't want to play chase at all. They want to play tag. They want someone...
What the hell was that? Huh. I guess somebody followed me on Twitch.
Who's gonna get them back. They want someone who's going to make them faster, stronger, more strategic.
Here's the thing when it comes to dating and trying to find a partner. Men don't want to go through all the mental gymnastics that you ladies like to make us go through. We don't want to chase you. We're done with that. It's just a hassle. It's exhausting. And some women are surprised that as soon as they turn down the guy that is asking them out, that the guy just stops talking to them. Well, that's because he was trying to hopefully get into a relationship with you. And now that he sees that he can't do that, he's going to move on. It's how shit works.
Someone who's going to challenge them. Like, imagine being a kid at a playground and another kid comes up to you and asks if you want to play, and you're like, what do you want to play? And they're like, chase. And you're like, cool, how's that go? I chase you, and then what? And then they're like, and then you just keep chasing me forever. What the shit is that? That's the most boring game ever. If you want to chase, chase back. If he wanted to, he would. Where does this phrase come from, and why do dudes hate it so much? So this phrase definitely originated on TikTok and rose to power around the same time as the weaponized incompetence surge, and it's become this empowering phrase that women use to remind each other that if their man isn't acting right, another man will. The problem is that, and the reason that a lot of men don't appreciate being put in this box, is that it's not that simple. Like, especially for neurodivergent dudes, of which there are many, just because they want to do something doesn't mean it gets done. Just like us, there are so many things that men want to do, but just like us, there are so many circumstances and variables in life that lead to those things not getting done for whatever reason. And so when the assumption is placed on them that the only reason it's not getting done is because they don't care or they don't want to help, that's kind of like a knife through the heart, you know? I know for a fact that every single one of you watching right now has something that you've always wanted to do that has still not come to fruition.
Yeah, there are many things that people want to do, and there are many barriers that keep them from doing it, be it financial reasons, or they physically can't do it, or mentally can't do it. There are many reasons why there are some things that you just cannot do. You can't say, well, just get over it and do it. You can't. That's not how life works. There are some things that people physically cannot do. There are some things people mentally cannot do, and there are some things people financially cannot afford to do. You can't just expect them to magically get over that barrier. Sometimes it takes time, and that may be a lot of time before it gets done. And there are some things that just can't happen ever. You can't just expect them to magically be able to do it.
And if I were to tell you that the only reason that has not happened for you yet is because you simply don't want it, I don't think you would agree. Fellow mothers of TikTok, I have a message for you. Hand him the baby. What do I mean by that? Let me guess. You don't even remember the last time that you went out alone with your friends to do something all night. You feel overwhelmed, overstressed. You feel like you're losing yourself because you're taking care of everyone else. Hand him the baby. I don't know what might be holding you back, honestly, because I was born with the not giving a gene, so if I need a break, I just tell my husband I need a break. But if it's that you're too afraid to ask for help, or you feel like you'll be seen as a bad mom, or you're afraid he won't do a good job, hand him the baby. Men are just like us. You hand them the baby, they figure it out. It'll be fine. Is he going to do things the same way as you? Hell no. Are things going to be different? Yes. And that's okay.
Yeah, a lot of advice to you ladies. Like, if a lot of you are so afraid to ask your man for help because you think he'll say no or he won't, 8 to 9 times out of 10, if you ask him to help with something, I guarantee you he will do it. Because that's just how we men are. We are built to help. We're built to find solutions. We're built to fix things. That's how we are wired. If you need a break from your child, ask your significant other, be it your boyfriend, fiance, husband, or wife, or whatever. Ask them if they can help so you can have a little bit of a break. More often than not, they will gladly help so you can decompress and be able to come back at what you're doing, being fully rested and everything. There is no shame, there is no problem with you asking for help, because more often than not, they will help.
Parents have to help each other have lives outside of their kids and each other, and a good partner will want to do that for you. For example, every Sunday, my husband invites the guys over and they play Dungeons and Dragons for a few hours while I watch the kids. And during the week, I like to train jujitsu, and while I do that, he's watching the kids when they're not training with me. We have each other's backs because it's important that we don't lose those important parts of ourselves. Ladies, don't lose yourself. Hand him the baby.
It is a fact that men want what they can't have. They want what is not easily accessible to them.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't say I fully agree with this. There's a lot of things us men can't have that we don't care if we ever have. Because most of the time we just don't care. Now, there are some things we don't have that we would like to have. But most of the time, it's just if we can't have it, we can't have it.
This is one of the biggest misconceptions about men. It is simply not true. Of course, no one likes overly clingy people, but if you're talking and then all of a sudden you make him feel unwanted or that you're inaccessible, he may still want you, but he's certainly not going to want you more. When you just pull out like that, it doesn't make him want to chase you. He's just a little bit confused as to why you're suddenly not talking to him when he thought you were a perfectly nice girl.
There's a saying that absence makes a heart grow fonder. Now, that does have a limit because there's only so much absence that you can handle before it's just too much.
Think about it. A girl that's focused on herself and her life and treats men as like supplemental as opposed to necessary, that's what guys want. That's what guys respect, and that's what they're into.
Also false.
Yeah, no. That's just such. It's fine if you want to be it's fine if you want to be independent and everything. That's fine. Go, you do you, lady. But to treat your partner as secondary, like they don't matter or whatever. The weak guys don't really respect that. What this lady is saying is completely false.
Misconception that men only want to feel wanted, not needed. Okay, they don't want you to be entirely reliant on them, especially if it's for their wallet, but they want to feel super fucking necessary. They spend all day long in society being told that they're not necessary. They do not want a partner who also makes them feel unnecessary. If you can make your partner feel that not only you want to need him, but that he is wanted and needed by society, by the world, you will have a very powerful man. And I'm sorry, but notice that it's always single women giving this advice to leave men on red so that you can maintain your power, as she says later in that video. Dudes like it when you text them. What the fuck? Anyway, to wrap up this video, let's play the very ending of her video and see how it ages.
The only kind of guy that this won't work on is a narcissist or somebody who is extremely insecure and can't handle a self-confident girl. And if you want proof, ask literally any guy and he'll tell you that I'm right.
Ladies, when I tell you that guys cannot help but be smartasses when they're being micromanaged, this is what I mean.
My boyfriend did the grocery shopping, and I texted him and said, make sure you put everything in the fridge. What did he do? Put everything in the fridge. Y'all.
See, here's the thing about us guys. If you're gonna micromanage us and if you're gonna be a smartass at us like this, we're gonna do it right back. Whether you like it or not, just to show you up. So, don't micromanage us. We'll pull shit like this just to piss you off. It's just how we work.
Toilet paper. That face.
Everything in the fridge.
Can't even be mad. When you realize a guy asking, what do you bring to the table, is the exact same as him saying, I have nothing to offer you. False. And welcome to Womansplaining Men to Women, episode 41. If a man asks you this, it is not a personal attack. It is because he has been through it. A man who asks this question has been used so much for what he can offer that he is damn ready for some reciprocity.
See, here's the thing. When most of the men that ask this, they already have a house, they have a car, they can pay for everything financially. They have everything already. And what we're really wanting is somebody who can be loyal, somebody who will submit to us and then submission is not the same as you being a slave to us. It's just, you know, following our lead and accepting us, or whatever else you want to call it. It's just, we want you to bring more to the table than your looks. We want you to basically to make our house feel like a home. It's hard to explain, but if your response is I am the table, or just look at me, it's like, no, sorry, you're disqualified. The lady is not the table.
And when you choose to deflect that question with attack or avoidance, that tells him everything he needs to know about the fact that the jig is up for you. Because at that point, he knows what type of woman you are. This type of woman.
The cheat code for becoming a stay-at-home girlfriend is simply only date rich guys who can afford your lifestyle and no one else. Materialistic gold diggers. Yeah. I'm sorry, just don't date or wife up these kind of people. They bring no sustenance to the relationship. They bring nothing but drama, that's all. All they're dating you for is your fucking money. Honestly, these kind of materialistic women should probably be single the rest of their life. They don't deserve a good and honest man.
A manipulator with her eyes on one thing. And serious question, are these guys affording your lifestyle or your desired lifestyle? Because if you rely on a man to provide that lifestyle, it's not your lifestyle, it's a lifestyle that's being provided for you, usually with conditions. So what he's also asking with that question is, why do you feel so entitled to such a high-value lifestyle? And you can't just say, oh, because women have intrinsic value. Great, so then what makes you different than all of the other intrinsically valuable women? And don't get me wrong,
Yeah, it's... Women, like they say, women are born with intrinsic value. It's like, if you're trying to get with this guy, he's basically asking, what makes you stand out more than all the other women around you? What makes you better? What makes you want me to pick you? Why should I pick you out of all these other women who have just as much value, who are just as good looking, if not better looking? Why should I pick you over these other women? What makes you more unique? What makes you better? How can you better my life? So...
You're allowed to choose which wealth class you will exclusively date in. You're allowed to set any standards you want. And so are men, which is why they can and should be asking you what you bring to the table to ensure that you meet theirs. And ladies, stop taking dating advice from sugar babies. They don't know how to date. They only know how to leech.
Yeah. Sugar babies are, when it comes to dating advice, they are the one of, if not the worst people to ever take advice from when it comes to dating. All they know how to do is take, and take. They don't know how to give anything other than their own body. I mean, that's great. If that's all you want to do, go right ahead. It's your choice. But if you want an actual good relationship where you both, you know, want to better each other's lives, don't take advice from a fucking sugar baby. They're not good. All they're really good for is being a leech and being something good to sleep with. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd like to know what you all think of this. If there are any other videos you'd like to see me react to, please make sure to comment them down below or post them over on my Discord, and I will make sure to react to them when I can. I do have a Twitch that I stream to every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Please make sure to go follow me over there. I'd love to see you all over there on whenever I stream. Links to everything is in the description below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.